Good evening and welcome to Fridays Live with me, Raj Nayak. This evening I have with me a very, very special guest. She is the director of All India Management Association, prior to which she spent many, many years, almost 2 decades with the CII. A lady who brings positivity to wherever she goes. She hobnobs with who's who in the industry. And more importantly, ever since she's taken over AIMA, she has managed to turn it around. She's credited by leading that institution, giving it a much higher reach, making it financially more profitable. And more importantly, she's introduced some courses into AIMA, and she's always thinking on her feet, wanting to do new things. A senior professional who spent many, many years. I will let her do the talking. So let me introduce you, none other than the director of All India Management Association, Rekha Sethi. So tell me, I mean, for a lot of people who probably are neither members of AIMA or neither members of CII, what is the basic distinction between these two organizations?
There's no distinction as far as members is concerned, and that really helped me because, like I said, I grew up with all these CEOs. So most of the key company CEOs are members of CII and they're members of AIMA. But I think one of the biggest differences between AIMA and CII is that we are a not for lobbying body. We do not lobby with the government. Our main job is to ensure that we help the companies in developing management capability in their organizations. And I have been very careful to stick to my mandate. I wanted to be the only one in management. So we are the only one. We are the apex body, and we have 68 local management associations all over the country.
So tell me a little bit on your education. You just mentioned your educational vertical. What exactly does that do?
So AIMA is the pioneer as far as distance education is concerned. We started our online courses somewhere in the 70s, and AIMA was perhaps the only organization doing that. We were the only online organization which was certified by the education regulator, or AICTE. We delivered a course on postgraduate. We did a postgraduate diploma in management, which was certified by AICTE. And for many, many years, in fact, till perhaps 2 years back, we were the only online program certified by AICTE. Then they realized that things are changing and online education is something which the government needs to focus on. So they have got now a lot many more online programs which are certified by the regulator. Apart from that, we realized that times are changing, like I said. So we need to move away from traditional teaching. While finance and marketing and these operational areas are the basis of any course, we also need to look at new age courses, artificial intelligence, data analytics, sustainability, ESG. So these are all new areas which are coming in. And these are the areas where we need to concentrate. So we are just launching, in fact, 4 new courses. We are launching one on sustainability, one on corporate governance, one on data analytics, and one on artificial intelligence and blockchains. And we keep adding to all these new courses as we go on, depending upon what the industry wants. We also run, we are in partnership with the Aligarh Muslim University. We do a PhD program. We do a whole lot of programs with industry. We are working with the World Bank on a very good program on procurement, which is widely appreciated by both public and private sectors. We have done joint programs with ICICI Wealth Management, with Wiley. So we have a very, very active education vertical, which also looks after research. We have just launched India Case Research Center. We want to be the repository of all cases focusing on India in the country. While we are doing cases within AIMA, and we have tied up with the case center in UK to ensure that the quality of the cases which are coming out are internationally, at international levels. We have also tied up with many Indian Institute of Managements and some of the other leading B schools to, to have them join the India Case Research Center, and we direct a lot of the internet traffic to them from people who are looking for a good India case. So, like I mentioned at the beginning, the aim is to be the repository of all Indian cases in the country.
So tell me, what have you been doing during this pandemic? Have you been going to office? Are you working from home? How's it been?
We've been working from home, and we have completely transformed and digitized AIMA, and I'm very proud of it. In fact, somebody told me that, you should have a case study written on it. So once we actually started working from home at least a week before the lockdown started. So we were prepared because, everybody had their laptops and all the data had already shifted. We had shifted to work from home mode. And the pandemic happened, and the lockdown was announced a week later. So we were in a pretty good position. So we decided we are going to turn all our revenue streams into digital revenue streams. So I focused first on those revenue streams which brought us the maximum revenue, which was our testing division. I'm not sure if you're aware, but we run the largest test of its kind for entry into business schools called the Management Aptitude Test. I have more than 100,000 students taking it every year.
Wow.
So there was no way that we could do the test in centers because of the pandemic. So within, I think it was a space of 5 weeks, we converted the entire process into internet-based remote proctored tests. So a student can now sit at home, be proctored by a remote proctor, and a student can take the test. And it is a lot more difficult to cheat while you have somebody watching you from your camera. And we had been talking about that for a very long time, but it took the pandemic to push us into getting that done. And then we started looking at how we could do digital interviews. We went in for digital evaluation. Now we are offering these services to all the business schools and the universities because I think it's going to become a way of life. It makes things easier for everybody. It's a lot more economical to do. And I think as of now, people have no choice but to go in for, digital measures. So I think our testing division is now completely digital, while we will have, physical tests going forward once, God willing, things are okay.
That's my question to you. Sorry for interrupting. That's my question to you. Going forward, why would you have physical testing centers? Because isn't this more profitable because you don't have to really travel, put people on the field and things like that? And
you're right. The same result. It is. But, AIMA's function is more than just making money. I mean, we generate income because you cannot, bring in new technology without having money to do that. But our main role in the country is as the national body for management, as we are recognized by the government as such, is to ensure that we bring in more and more people under the management umbrella. So there are a lot of students in far-flung villages and small towns where internet connectivity is still a problem. Still 50% of the students prefer to take the physical or the computer-based tests sitting in centers because they don't have that facility at home. So I think our job is to ensure that we cater for all walks of life. And as things get better, the percentage of students taking the remote proctored test or the computer-based test keeps growing. Yeah. So we would do that. And such a thing is what we did. Digitization is what we did with our other divisions also. All our events have gone online. We used to do these fantastic retreats in Goa. It started on a Friday, ended on a Sunday. And we had
I'm sure you're missing that. I'm sure you're missing that.
Raj, I can't begin to tell you how much. We used to do them at Taj Aguada, one of the most beautiful spots in Goa.
Yeah.
And these are small retreats where you didn't have more than 20, 25 people, and some of the top CEOs addressed it. And the USP was that you could spend more time with the speakers. So obviously we couldn't do these retreats in Goa. So we converted them into something called the Business Unusual series. So we looked at a number of topics like strategy, innovation, HR, marketing, digital marketing. And, companies had doubts in their minds as to how to move forward. So we used the same format. We said we had CEOs, we had top experts come and talk to these 20, 25 groups of 2025, but over as a series. So we did one program every Saturday for 6 Saturdays. So, this way we have turned every single revenue stream of ours into a digital revenue stream. So some of it will continue. In fact, most of it will continue even after the pandemic. But some of the international programs which we have not been able to do, we would obviously be going back to the physical format, especially for our global advanced management program, which we do in the Silicon Valley every year. I mean, AIMA has gone way ahead as far as digital revolution is concerned, which, we really found out in the last 1 year of lockdown.